Alright everybody, and it's Patrick. I'm back with another vlog. So I don't think I'm going to be able to do too many more of these. I'm actually going to be starting up back up at the Subaru dealership that I used to work for. I'm going to be in the service department, so I probably won't be doing too much more Ubering unless maybe on my days off or on the weekends. So right now I'm actually heading back again to the Savannah Hilton Head Airport. I'm currently driving through, well, I will be driving through the historic part of Savannah here in the next couple minutes. One thing I'd like to say about Uber and Lyft is it's actually a really great thing to do when you're your own boss. You work your own hours, you go out whenever you feel like it. And if you have a car that gets great gas mileage, or a hybrid like a Prius or a Hyundai Sonata, anywhere along those lines, there's a lot of money to be made if you don't mind, driving people around. I've talked to some people around here with hybrid cars, and they're pulling in almost $1,000 a week just doing Uber and Lyft, doing it full time. But you got to have a car that gets great gas mileage, otherwise you're going to be spending so much money in gas, it's just not worth it. That's kind of where I was with using my STI. I do it every other day or so, or just for a few hours a day, because otherwise it's not worth it. So I just turned down Taylor Street, which is one of the streets that cuts through all of the squares, a lot of the squares in downtown Savannah. You'll see the streets are very narrow. There's a lot of historical, architecture around here. A lot of really cool old buildings. Someday I'd actually love to live down here, but it's extremely expensive. Like, some of these small houses here go for over $1 million in the historic district. But still, it'd be a nice, it's a good dream to have. Me and my wife would love to live down here. I mean, we live right now on Wilmington Island outside of Savannah, right on the marsh, which is really nice. However, it's not near as fancy or as fun as living here downtown. Everyone's just very friendly down here too. It's just a really nice place to live. Oh, we got a police officer up here. Better be careful. I don't know what he was doing. He was just sitting in the middle of the road. I don't know if you guys can see or not, like in the wide angle lens, some of these old brick buildings down here, they're absolutely beautiful. Alright, so I just got off the exit. I'm now at the Airways Avenue and heading into the airport. We'll see how many Uber cars are there. I have a feeling, because I'm getting there a little bit later today, later in the afternoon. It's now almost 11. I have a pretty strong feeling there's going to be a lot of Uber and Lyft cars there. So I may have just wasted my time, because they have a first in, first out queue that you get put in as soon as you get into that little area. There's a designated Uber parking spot. As soon as you get in that area, it puts you in a virtual queue, and who's ever been there the longest gets first ride request, so on and so forth. So if I'm getting there this late, I may, I could end up sitting there all day and not getting a single request. So I guess we'll see how busy it is and just go from there. Maybe I'll just go end up getting some lunch somewhere and going back in town. We'll see here in a second. Alright, so I'm about to pull into the rental car canopy here. This is where our designated Uber pickup and drop-off spots are at. There's a little sign. We have a good working relationship with the airport, so let's see how many cars are here. Well, there's not a whole lot of rental cars in the lot. Oh, it doesn't look like there's too many people over here. We'll see. Oh wow, there's nobody. Perfect. Well, this is interesting. Not a single Uber car. be my lucky day. They must have all left. Well, we'll see how long it takes to get a request. So I picked up a nice couple at the airport from New York City. They were really cool. Dropped them off at one of the hotels right off of Bay Street. Just picked up lunch at Jersey Mike's, and now I'm going to head home for a little bit and just stay online and wait at the house and see if I get any requests in this area. So I guess we'll see what happens. One thing I forgot to point out was apparently in New York City, it is like a big no-no to tip your Uber driver. Because I have a sign hanging in the back that says, you know, tips are greatly appreciated, not required. If you like my service, please give me 5 stars. And when they saw that, they're like, whoa, wait a minute. They're like, you're not allowed to get tips, but that goes against Uber. I'm like, well, I don't know the actual, like, I guess, rule or regulation on it, but I've talked to a lot of other Uber drivers who have those signs, and they said it, you know, it helps make them a little bit of extra money. So I figure why not? Because ever since I started using it, the cash tips started pouring in after almost every single ride. So I thought it was a good thing, but I guess in New York City, they were like, no, you cannot tip an Uber driver. So needless to say, I didn't get any tip from them. But I just thought that was interesting. They were the first people that ever said that to me. All right, so I've had a pretty successful day so far. I'm actually going to pick up a rider at the local Walmart right now, and then I might end up heading home and just calling it a day, or I might just, you know, wait at home and see what rides come in. But yeah, it's been a pretty successful day. I've made about $50 so far, so it's been pretty good for a Tuesday. So last customers were some Korean girls dropping them off at the Savannah College of Art and Design. They left a pretty nice tip. It was a pretty good ride. Only about 12 or 13 miles to get them from the Walmart to downtown Savannah, so not too bad. But I think I'm going to call it for a day. You know, I've been driving around since 9:30 this morning, and it's now 3:50 in the afternoon. So yeah, I think I'm going to go home and just relax for the rest of the day. And like I said, I don't know how many more of these vlogs I'm going to do with Uber. I'll do them occasionally, but I might do some vlogs, you know, going to and from work and just, you know, random stuff with life, and maybe show you guys around the dealership that I work at, the Subaru dealership, and what it's like there. So until next time.